All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the final two games of the weekend here, and they are the MVP bouts. So right now the men, they're taking the track, and it's going to be the MVPs against Team USA. The Team USA representatives, 0260 Spin Diesel, 100 Scott Slamilton, 125 Malcolm Luke, 23 Quadzilla, 2468 Dylan Botts, 618 Bled, 7 Magnum, 82 Percy, and 9 Kembo Slice.
And the Big O MVPs that were chosen this weekend are 1212 Moshpit Nojitsu, 1349 Razor, 14 Fast Wolf, 164 Carl LeFou, 2 Tim Buck U, 25 Dr. Manhattan, 314 Double XL, 37 Stark, 403 Rice Ball, 512 Cosmo Damage, 57 Monster Jam, 66 Screech Around, 69 Dr. B, 75 Just Incredible, 82 Monster aka Topher Griffin, 85 Shreddy Mercury, and 90 Mamba, and we are underway.
Yep, and it is Topher Griffin starting off for the MVPs against Quadzilla for Team USA. Team USA with a very short bench, so it should be interesting to see how this plays out. We could be ripe for an upset here.
Oh, definitely. Slamilton trying to help Quadzilla get through the MVPs. Monster Jam, the last one to knock Quadzilla out.
Cosmo Damage now working on Quadzilla. Getting some help there from Stark. Double XL forces him out. She's going to have to come back in behind. Monster Jam ready to get in the fray should Quadzilla get by. Meanwhile, Topher working against Spin Diesel, trying to get lead jammer. Once again, Quadzilla forced out. So Quadzilla does get out first, but he's not lead jammer. Topher is.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Topher's going to go ahead and run this and see if he can get some points. See if he can beat out Quadzilla. Quadzilla gets through, though. Picks up 4.
Topher had spun about halfway through the pack. I think he thought he had a little more momentum than he did. Double XL busting out Percy control.
I'm beginning to wonder if Topher realizes that he's lead jammer, and now he does call it off. But looks like 3 more points there. 3 for Topher, 1 more for Team USA. Shreddy Mercury now out there for the MVPs. Magnum PIMP for Team USA. These two faced off earlier today in what was a absolute nail-biter. Came down to the last jam. A 2-point win for the Gatekeepers over Portland's Bridgetown Menace. And Magnum PIMP is going to be your lead jammer here for Team USA, but Shreddy Mercury out right behind.
It's actually, Shreddy's being sent to the box for a forearms call, so this is a power jam for Magnum.
Oh, nice work there by Magnum PIMP. 5 points grand slam there for the Team USA.
Magnum lastly facing off against Just Incredible, picking up 5 more points for Team USA.
Shreddy Mercury back in play now. Looking to complete the initial pass. Just Bled Zeppelin, Dylan Botts to beat. Oh! So Shreddy Mercury now completing the initial pass. Magnum PIMP, meanwhile, picking up 4 more points there for Team USA.
Woodward having a seat in the box. Bringing down Team USA's defenses by 1, and that's how we're going to start off a pack advantage to the Big O MVPs.
So I believe that is Scott Slamilton donning the star for Team USA. Can't quite make out who that is for the MVPs.
That is Slamilton against Moshpits no Jitsu.
Yes. And Power Jam now here for the MVPs. I did not see the call on Slamilton, but lead jammer there for Moshpit no Jitsu. And there we go. Nice clean out there by the MVPs.
Screech trying to take a hit on Quadzilla, narrowly misses him. Quadzilla up front with Team USA ready to receive Moshpit. Slamilton is now exiting the box and about to re-enter play.
Slamilton forced out on the outside, has to cycle back. Meanwhile, more points here for Moshpit. 5 more. Moshpit, I don't think he's aware where Slamilton's at. There he goes. Now he calls it off. Let's see. I think Slamilton picked up a couple there. 3 points. So Team USA puts 3 on the board.
So right now that score is Big O MVP 16, Team USA 20.
Actually, that's 18.
Ooh, it changed.
18 to 23. So
Yep.
only 5 points separate these two squads right now, and it's, I believe that's Mamba on the jammer line now for the MVPs, and Kenbo Slice out there for Team USA.
Kimbo Slice held up by a 3-wall up front. Blocking counter to play issued to Double XL, who's going to have a seat in the box. Monster Jam rushing Kimbo one last time.
Monster Jam, the tournament MVP. So, skating out of bounds called on Mamba. So now this becomes a power jam for Team USA.
Bot's letting it go. They're letting that no pack call happen.
I guess it's not really much of a secret now, but I can say that Kenbo Slice, as of Tuesday, will be a gatekeeper.
I heard.
As he is moving to St. Louis from New York. Speaking to him earlier this weekend, says that he's taking a flight out of Portland to St. Louis, and he's going to wait on a truck full of his stuff all
Wow.
day. So, making the big move to St. Louis, he'll be
That sounds kind of fun.
It'll be a nice addition to that gatekeeper charter. Magnum PIMP, the lone jammer out there right now, as Mamba still sits in the penalty box. Now standing in the penalty box is Mamba. And Magnum PIMP quickly gets through. He's your lead jammer. One of the other things about this MVP bout is you're of course going to see some players playing some positions they don't normally play. You saw Screech around earlier out there as blocker. Normally a jammer for the gatekeepers. And 4 points there for Magnum. Low block the call on Dylan Botts. And now we're going to have a track cut on Mamba as he basically cut the entire pack. Magnum looking to put more points on the board as Woodward clears out the inside line. Gatekeeper wall out there right now. All gatekeepers on the track, actually. It's Spin Diesel, Percy Control, and Bled Zeppelin out there blocking. Magnum PIMP jamming. 5 more points there.
Bots re-entering to block. Mamba is standing in the box, but Magnum's going to call it off, freezing Team MVP's jammer for just a few more seconds. 3 more points on that last pass for Team USA, bringing them up to 49. The MVPs still sit at 18.
So Quadzilla now the jammer for Team USA. Spin Diesel, Bled Zeppelin, Dylan Botts and Malcolm Tram, the blockers. Malcolm Sex for New York. Monster Jam, the last line of defense against Quadzilla. Trying to shimmy, but it's not working. Does finally get free. Mamba has lost his helmet panty. He'll be putting it back on.
He has it in his hand. Getting hassled by Woodward McAfee. I've never had to say his name out loud the one time. McAfee. And Bots. Quadzilla is through. That is another 5 points for Team USA. There has been a star pass to Topher Griffin. Often a jammer for Portland's Bridgetown Menace. Monster Jam heading up a 2-person, 3-person brace up front, knocks Quadzilla out. That is the end of that jam. 3-3 on that last pass, bringing a 12-8. I think it's 12-8. It's hard to see from this angle. And they have.
I think that's 3, actually.
Is it 3? Okay,
yeah.
They've stolen my. We had like the little.
Yeah.
This is the only track that had live
it's
stats
late.
on it, and they took them.
It's late.
Yeah.
They're packing things up.
I know. Well, no, I may have been lying about the score earlier.
I mean, we're lucky to still have mics, so.
Yeah. These are actually my mics. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually my table. I brought this.
Nice. So back in action here, and it is Scott Slamilton out there for Team USA for the MVPs. That is 69, Dr. B.
Scott Slamilton of the Vancouver Murder. Team USA's all-star jammer this time. He is through, but he is not a lead jammer.
Yep, this will be a 2-minute jam.
Screech around, headed to the box. Dr. B coming into the pack as the MVP jammer takes to the inside. One last hit from Bots, but it was ineffective. Woodward is now re-entering play.
And a track cut call on Scott Slamilton. So now an opportunity for the MVPs to close that gap.
Screech around, comes in, presses, spin, McAfee to the inside. Then Woodward takes Dr. B to the inside as well. Percy control, and Woodward gonna recycle him back. Form a 3-man brace as Double XL re-enters.
So a star pass now to Screech around. Screech around, no stranger to dealing with this wall. And now a track cut on Screech around.
Screech around holding the jammer star in his hand is going to be sitting as the MVP jammer as Slamilton picks up another 5 points. That is the end of that jam. A 13-point jam for the MVPs.
Looks like 5 for Team USA.
I feel like if I say it, it will change. It looks like 5 for USA. Nah, I think it's just sitting there. 29-66 with just under 17 minutes left in the game.
Magnum PIP quickly grabs lead jammer. Magnum PIP just too strong for that wall. Picks up 5 points there. Multiplayer block called on Spin Diesel. Meanwhile, Screech around returns the play. Tiptoes along the inside line and gets through, completes the initial pass. Magnum PIP, meanwhile, 4 more points. He's trying to direct some traffic. He wants his teammates to jump up to the front.
Oh, he's doing the how much can I get your hopes up call off. He's like, I got my hands up. What am I going to do? What will I do?
I think more of that was to get Spin Diesel out of the box, but yeah.
Okay. That makes him sound a lot less vicious. Let's go with that one. I am known for my positive attitude.
Shreddy Mercury on the line for the MVPs going up against Quadzilla for Team USA.
Quadzilla getting knocked into the inside. Topher Griffin keeping an eye on him as they both approach the pack. Lead jammer status is going to be awarded to Shreddy Mercury. Topher Griffin keeping that back closed, joined by Mamba and Just Incredible.
Yeah, there we go. Track cut on Quadzilla as he cut Monster Jam. The other three had gone out of bounds, but Monster Jam jumped back too.
Let's see what Shreddy can do with this power jam right now. Got a formidable three-man brace up front. Mamba potentially helping out with that. Bots coming up on him, though. Quadzilla getting knocked out to the outside. Slowly coming into the pack as a three-race forms.
Quadzilla finds a lane on the outside. Is going to get through. Completes the initial pass.
A huge open outside lane there.
Shreddy Mercury looking for some room. Finally calls that jam off, but does get the full 5 on that pass. So good showing here so far by the MVPs. Now it's going to be... That is Scott Slamilton on the line against, I believe that is...
That's Mosh Pit again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Mosh Pit no Jutsu.
For the record, we're not sitting at such an angle that we can see their backs. We can see their fronts, and we can see their fronts about, 100 feet away behind a pack.
So that is Mosh Pit no Jutsu.
Good. Yay!
Nice work by the MVPs as they cycle Slamilton all the way back into turn 4. Cosmo Damage, Double XL, Razor out there defensively.
So through the pack, but a no pass, no penalty, so there is not lead. Bots has a loose lace. Mosh Pit comes through for 5 points.
Forearm the call on Double XL. Scott Slamilton now completed the initial pass. Mosh Pit Ninjutsu looking to put more points on the board.
Slamilton doing a little spinorama, but Mosh Pit already up ahead of him, 5-4 on that one as they leisurely stroll back to the pack.
Cosmo Damage, nice work, forcing Scott Slamilton out to the outside. Fast Wolf, a jammer for the Wheels of Mayhem, doing some blocker duty during this MVP game. So Magnum PIMP, the jammer for Team USA.
Currently, Team USA is at 82, Big O MVP's at 45. There's a number of minutes left, but I cannot see the clock any longer. Magnum is lead jammer for Team USA.
Just over 10:15 to go here.
How can you see that?
Rice Ball, your jammer for the MVPs, gets forced out on the inside. Meanwhile, Magnum PIMP, grand slam. Another 5 points, grand slam there for Magnum PIMP. Ugh. Magnum PIMP doing that thing he does where he just stands there on the line. You think he's out of bounds, but he's not. So
Star pass to Carrie Stark. He's going to don that star and slide right into that pack. The Team USA points are sitting up front, though, so he is not going to be able to collect any of them.
Yep, Carrie Stark, jammer for the Seattle, the Puget Sound Outcast.
Mm-hmm. So there was one more point picked up by Team USA. I think there was a 16-point jam, bringing them up to 98. MVP's at 45.
Quadzilla now the jammer for the MVPs. There's Dr. B out there for... Oh, track cut call on Dr. B. Meanwhile, Quadzilla, lead jammer.
Woodward from Team USA now re-entering the pack to join the other blockers. McAfee in the meantime taking out number 75, Just Incredible. Holding him back, it looks like there might be some... Nope, never mind. Malcolm Tram, a.k.a. Malcolm Look, a.k.a. Malcolm Sex, New York Stock Exchange. Part of this three-wall in the back with Woodward and Percy Control.
So 107 to 45 your score. Just over 7:30 to go here. Dylan Botts now donning the star for the Team USA. And I think that might be Fast Wolf out there for the MVPs.
It is. It's Fast Wolf facing off against Dylan Botts.
Yep.
Fast Wolf is going to get lead jammer status. Screech around being taken out by Kenbo.
So 1 point there for the MVP, 0 points for Team USA.
Starting off with an empty penalty box. It's going to be Magnum jamming for Team USA. Shreddy Mercury for the MVPs.
Magnum's trying to get him gobbled back up in the pack. And it worked. Oh, no, it didn't.
Ah!
Shreddy Mercury tangled up in the pack for a moment, but he's able to get free.
Magnum, the happiest lead jammer. Oh, wait, we're not even lead. I saw him turn around with the white mouth guard. It's like the smiliest man on the planet. This will bring us to 107 to 107 to 48, still in favor of Team USA.
Just under 5:20 left on the clock.
Mamba taking the line for the MVPs.
Watch the way this man skates.
I've seen it. It is art.
It's like a wild man. just a frantic movement.
There's a plan. It's not necessarily frantic. Maybe there wasn't such a plan right then, but it's because I said he had a plan. He's just proving me wrong. It's all right.
So Kimbo Slice out there jamming for Team USA.
Yep. Mamba is now standing in the box. Boss is really having some trouble keeping his laces tied this time.
Kimbo Slice getting real low there, getting around the inside or that outside line, coming out of turn 4. Again, but gets forced out. Three points on that pass for Kimbo Slice.
Mamba trying to toe stop dance his way through the inside. Didn't quite make it. Had a little bit of a slip. Is going to come back behind Dylan Botts, who appears to tell him to stay there. There you go. Mamba is through on his initial, approaches the pack on his first scoring pass. In the meantime, Kenbo is eyeballing it. When's he going to call it? He's going to call it now. But 2 points still picked up. 5 points for Team USA. 2 points for the MVPs. 50 to 119. Slamilton taking the line for Team USA. I want to say that's Shreddy.
That's Topher, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I saw the 8, and I went for it. So Topher Griffin taking lead jammer status, riling up the crowd.
Oh, we had Fastwell was trying to jump the apex back on defense. Topher was trying to jump the apex on offense, and that led to a pretty awful collision there. So 4 points on that pass by Topher. Scott Slamilton now looking to put points on the board. Nice work. Oh, my word. Fast Wolf with the nice force out. And now being sent off for a penalty. Meanwhile, Topher with a spinaroonie picks up 4.
Dr. B hanging out with Monster Jam up front, trying to hold Slamilton back. Monster Jam doing what he does, knocking Scotty back one more time. He's going to have to recycle back. He rejoins the pack to help his teammates try to bust up Percy and McAfee. Oh, that is the end of that jam. 4 more points for Team USA. 3 more on that pass for the MVPs. In between the men's and women's MVP games, you should stick around for the Big O Afterglow wrap-up show with Justice Feelgood Marshall, and Ophelia Mellons.
The Big O Afterglow. Oh, yeah.
Score is 123-61 in favor of Team USA. We have less than a minute left in the game.
Magnum PIMP out there jamming, stays in bounds. One hand out is still in bounds.
True dat.
Truth.
That Shreddy saw the 8 and the 5 that time.
Magnum PIMP calls that jam off.
Why not, right?
So Mosh Pit Dojutsu out there now for the MVPs. Quadzilla. Magnum PIMP in the penalty box. I didn't know he was even out there blocking. Track cut on Quadzilla. Plain as day right here on turn 1.
Mosh Pit Ninjutsu takes lead jammer status for the MVPs.
Everybody loves an underdog.
It's true. Except the cartoon underdog. That was terrible. One last swipe from Magnum. Mosh Pit taking it all the way. It's going to keep going. 5 more points for the MVPs.
Oh. So they had insult to injury there. The track cut and then getting clobbered by Jake Woodward. Oh, Mamba with the big hit.
Woo. Quadzilla coming back against a 3 brace that was just a little too far away.
Yep.
Picking up 5 points, though. Mosh Pit is standing in the box, ready to re-enter. Not long left in this game, though.
Timbuk
Woo! What?
Timbuk doing some nice blocking back solo on Quadzilla. Now Mamba with the force out, and Quad's going to do a couple push-ups.
All right. That is the game.
So 130-69 is going to be your final. So a fine showing by the MVPs here. And that's going to do it for the men's action this weekend. But don't go anywhere. First of all, between this one and the women's MVP, we're going to throw you over to the Big O Afterglow, and then we'll be back here for the women's MVP game. So don't go anywhere, folks.
All right, welcome back to the final Big O Afterglow. We are in the middle of the MVP games. This saw the MVPs for the men's play. Coming up in about 10-15 minutes, the women's MVPs are going. So we're going to try and get through our recap in between the games. You read them off for us, Mellons?
Yeah, so you just saw the men's MVPs play against the Team USA men's. So to go down that MVP list for this weekend, it's Munster or Topher Griffin, Cosmo Damage, Screech Around, Razor, B-Shirts, Zimmer, Rice Ball, Mamba, Carl LeFou, and Wolverine, Stark and Just Incredible, Mosh Pit No Jitsu, Shreddy Mercury, Monster Jam, Walker, Mr. Testosterone, Fast Wolf, Dr. Manhattan, Dr. B, Timbuk and Double XL. And after speaking with the teams just a moment ago, it was told to me that Mosh Pit Jiu-Jitsu was the MVP of the MVPs.
Nice,
Really exciting game. I'm sure you
nice.
just saw for yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the women's side, Braun Swanson, Stoner, Lady Trample, Swanson, Castro Phoebe, Curly Har, Rita Hateworthy, Lula San from Dos por Cuatro, Wilhelm, Bianca Scarietta, Maiju Rene from Helsinki, Gertrude Stein, Sean, Sarah Gaither, Soledad, Cece, Gallifrey, Octane Jane, Need for Speed, and rounding it out is Maiden Sane for the women's MVPs this weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mel. So we got about 8.5 to the next half. Let's talk about the big games from today. There were two really major ones. We're going to start with the WFPDA sanctioned game between number 5 Angel City and number 7 Denver. It really looked for a while here like the underdog Denver was going to take this one. They led for nearly the entire first half. Angel City didn't catch up and go in the front until 15:30 left in the second half. At 1:45, 1:41, there were 3 lead changes there, and Angel City took the lead for the last time with 7:40 to go, but it still came down to the very last jam. We saw Scald Eagle was up against Satan Phil Helper in the very last jam, had to make a 19-point difference. Scald went to the box, but Satan did not get lead jammer, meaning it went the full 2 minutes. Unable to catch up, though, in that time was Scald Eagle. Final score for that one, Angel City 190, Denver 166, and a real close one there. Moving down with the WFAD action, Texas over Terminal City 209 to 76, or to 67, excuse me. Texas going on shutting Terminal City up for 14 straight jams near the end of that half to end the game on a 91-7 run. Rose City over Minnesota 249 to 80. Helsinki getting another upset win, or one of the few upset wins of the weekend over Rat City. Helsinki winning that 177 to 126. Other action for WFPDA, Victorian ending their weekend with a 110-point win over number 4 Texas, 187 to 77. Number 9, our tribal knocking down 12 Crime City, 223 to 128. Helsinki going over 2x4. That's number 16 with number 19, 203 to 111. Number 48, Sydney whacking Boulder 48 Sydney whacking number 57 Boulder 281 to 87, and number 38 Windy City blowing out number 55 Pirate City 222 to 68. The only B team game of today, the BRDL Queen Bees finishing the weekend 3-0 with a big win over the arch-rival St. Lunatics. Now, I was on the call for Denver and Angel City, so I didn't get to see the game between St. Louis and Portland on the MRDA side at the same time. Tell us about that one.
You didn't miss much. Just the game of the weekend. And a really exciting, almost upset, number 1 St. Louis came away with a 2-point win over Bridgetown Menace. I recommend watching that on the archive. I can't say enough about it. Just to give you an idea of how amazing that was, Bridgetown had 23 penalties in the first period, and St. Louis had 7, and that's kind of how the game went. You got the gist of it.
Yeah, it came down to the very, very last jam, but St. Louis able to take out that win 134 to 132. Shane Bauer scoring the winning points in that one. Other MRDA action, number 5 Puget Sound steamrolling Mexico 201 to 21, and New York Stock Exchange getting rankings upset over number 6 Vancouver Murder 152 to 108. Last thing for the juniors, Angel City A-listers 323 and Emerald City Reservoir Dogs 115. So closing out our action on the track. We wanted to mention real quickly the WFPDA upset so far this weekend. We believe there were only 4. Pirate City over Sydney, Windy City over 2x4, Boulder over Pirate City, and Helsinki over Rat City, the only upsets on the side for the WFPDA. On the MRDA side, Lane County over Chinook, and the game I mentioned earlier, New York over Vancouver. So we want to take a moment and talk about the big winners from this weekend. And we thought there were 3, really. Number 1, Victorian.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was questioning whether or not they were going to be able to defend that number 1 ranking, and they came in and now was wondering who can beat them.
Nobody.
They knocked off number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 9, all by 60 points or more. Another big winner, Windy City, came in ranked number 38 and gave number 16 Helsinki and number 22 Terminal City a real scare while beating number 19 2x4. And finally, as you just said before, the Bridgetown Menace, when the super team your mom disbanded last year, a lot of people wondering who was going to be able to rise and become St. Louis' nemesis, and now we know the Bridgetown men is definitely looking like a real threat to take the MRDA championship.
Well, all right, to wrap it up, I want to say thank you very much to the WFTDA and, of course, to the Emerald City Roller Derby for hosting an amazing tournament. Thank you to Tybach Productions, especially our endlessly patient camera guy, Jerry, Lane Event Center, Velvet Thunder Sound, Big O production team, hospitality, officials, photographers, and the army of volunteers it took to put on the world's biggest, best roller derby tournament. 35 teams is a lot to manage. That is it for us. I'm Ophelia Mellons.
I'm Justice Feelgood Marshall.
Thank you. It was an honor to work with you. Stay tuned for the conclusion of the Big O Women's MVP versus Team USA. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your weekend.